several times on the platform, is every time, we produce this chart of all of the previous inflations. At this point in the cycle, you always get a small uptick, which is we're seeing now. Why? Well, it's pretty straightforward. It's generally a year after the peak of the commodity down cycle, and commodities are usually just starting to discount the upcoming cycle. So the commodities at the fast end of the curve, they bring inflation down in the beginning. So they brought it down from 9% down to 3 and a bit percent. Then they pick up because they start rallying a bit. But the slow parts, the massive parts, 70% of all of CPI is rents and wages, and they're starting to deflate. So at this point, you get this little pickup, and then the big juggernaut carries it lower. If you look at the core inflation numbers, if you look at the 1 month, 3 month, 2 month rates of change, they were all around 2% or less. So what you're seeing is clear, firm evidence that all of this stuff is slowing down. So just be patient. These things take time. But yes, I see nothing but disinflation ahead for probably another year. I would say 10 trillion might be where I'd look it to peak out at. Whether it gets there or not doesn't really matter. But then, so that's a sort of a 10 trillion is a 10x from here and a 3x from the high. The next time around, if it goes from 10 trillion to 50 trillion, is a 5x. It's actually a lot less over time. So it's all doable. The easiest way to start is open a Coinbase account. But then you've got the risk of having an exchange. Now, Coinbase is a very good exchange, or Kraken, or whatever. The next phase is, okay, if you want to self-secure your assets, which I think is a really good thing to do, the right thing to do, you just buy a ledger device. Simple as that. So you execute it on your Coinbase or Kraken or whatever, you transfer it to your ledger, that's it. It's like in the gold world, you could do the same, but you'd have to go and set up a gold storage account, and it's a pain in the ass. This little electronic device costs you very little money, changes your life because you're in control of your assets and nobody can take them from you. When you're engrossed in markets, particularly in bull markets, or even in the really worst parts of bear markets, you tend to get sloppy with your operational security. You kind of leave things on an exchange. You're clicking on a MetaMask because you desperately want to get this NFT, and you click the wrong link, and you really, really have to get your operational security cleaned up as fast as possible, and just think before you act. It's really important. And a lot of the people just did it by mistake because they're rushing to do something, or they get free money on the table. Generally there's no such thing as free money. So when you think there is, you're about to be somebody else's lunch. Have your eyes and ears open. Don't be stupid. Assume that everybody's trying to take your money away from your front door on purpose.
Yeah.
Why would you not lock your money away? And I'm not plugging Coinbase for any reason, but except they're the largest firm in the US. I'm not aware of Coinbase getting hacked in any meaningful way. So the probability of you getting hacked on Coinbase, very low. And so
for now.
So just don't, understand what risks you're taking and don't make it too complicated for yourself. Just choose a safe place to put your money. That's okay to start, as you said.
Get
familiar, and then you can go to the next step. You don't need to do everything all in one go and overcomplicate it either. Taking the steps required to train yourself a little bit better in what you're doing. So it's fun to do, and B, well worth it. We tend to do maybe 2 Festival of Learnings over the course of the year on different topics, and we will certainly do more of those. But we also have other virtual events. So we've had the Crypto Gathering. We might have one of those as well, which is a slightly different version. We then have in-real person events. So we're thinking about what can we do next year to get a group of people together. The RVIP Club, they get together on a frequent basis. We then have Real Vision meetups, which is in-person events that we organize in like 13, 14 cities around the world all at the same time, when we foot the bar bill and the nibbles bill and members get together. So, Real Vision is all about community. It's all about getting together. It's all about learning together as well. So yes, we do a lot of this kind of stuff.
Hey, Money Talkers. Today, we're diving into the latest buzz from Wall Street.
Hit subscribe, smack that like button, and let's unravel the truth behind Goldman Sachs' Bitcoin ETF caution and the bold predictions from Van Eck about Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs. Goldman Sachs is serving us a reality check on Bitcoin ETFs. The head of their digital asset unit says, don't expect fireworks right away. No instant moonshots, folks. But here's the kicker. Goldman sees this ETF approval as a game changer. It won't shoot Bitcoin to the moon immediately, but it could open the floodgates for new institutional players. That's Wall Street lingo for a positive vibe. And guess what? Goldman's eyes are all over crypto derivatives. They've noticed the buzz around Bitcoin ETFs, and the excitement is real. More clients are dipping their toes into crypto derivatives trading. Despite crypto being a tiny fish in the finance ocean, Goldman's sensing a big wave coming. Big players, big moves. Now let's talk about Van Eck, the oracle of Bitcoin prophecies. Their CEO, Jan Van Eck, is predicting a Bitcoin blast-off. He's comparing Bitcoin to gold, saying it's growing up right in front of us. A 10x surge since 2017, that's no small feat. Van Eck's not just talking numbers, he's breaking it down. Bitcoin's the internet's store of value, and it's here to stay. Goldman Sachs is giving us a reality check on Bitcoin ETFs. No overnight millionaire dreams here. The head of digital assets at Goldman says, no immediate moonshot expected. But don't get it twisted. Goldman sees this as a golden opportunity. Bitcoin ETFs might not be the express ticket to the moon, but they sure could be the golden key for institutional players to join the crypto party. But wait, there's more. Goldman's not just chilling on the sidelines. They're diving into the crypto derivatives pool. Bitcoin ETFs got them hyped, and now more clients are placing their bets on crypto derivatives. The crypto ocean might be small, but Goldman's predicting a tidal wave of big moves. Get ready for some financial surfing. The maestro of Bitcoin anthems, Jan Van Eck, the CEO, is singing a bullish tune. Bitcoin's not just a coin, it's the rock star of the internet's store of value. Van Eck's predicting a new Bitcoin high within a year. Why? Bitcoin's growing up and a whole world's watching its epic journey unfold. Let's continue our discussion with Raoul Pal.
That's another also important thing is, listen, if you're not yet using the notes on the platform, they're a superpower. So as you go through, you find things interesting, or you ask the AI a question about something crypto. Let's say you're researching crypto, make a note. And then every time you come into the Real Vision platform, you can build on your notes and you build on your knowledge, and it's all in one place. So it's a really powerful way. Bookmark videos or write notes about those videos that it saves to your notes section. So it is really, really important. And yes, just to go to what you were talking about, the Academy, that's another superpower for those of you who aren't aware of the Real Vision Plus tier. We have an entire education suite of products, from everything you need to know, from position sizing, risk management, how to research ideas, technical analysis, then courses from the leading technical analysts, courses from me on the business cycle, and now we're just introducing the crypto course as well, of which you saw the first part. I mean, there's no excuse not to get up and level up and understand how you can empower yourself in that journey. If you give yourself that gift of education and then support yourself with AI, the tools that's on the platform, and then the network of people around you, it's a game changer for people. The entire roster of people was world-class.
Yeah.
From, if you want the right people about regulation, you want to know where brands are going in the future, you want to know, anything in the space, the people who were there, if you want to hear about art, well, Ian Rogers is the right person to lead that conversation.
Yeah.
It's like, we are so privileged to have these people join us. It's amazing. And just for people to be able to drop by, listen, and learn from these conversations. I had the Twitter Spaces last night with Keith Grossman, another amazing guy, Scott Melker, another amazing guy, great stories about how I fucked up and those kind of parts of it. And it was a great space. So those who haven't listened to the Spaces, go and check that one out as well. Fantastic conversation about, just a freewheeling conversation, really deep diving into this and AI and digital identity and all sorts of stuff. So as you said, Maggie, I'm really lucky. I get these conversations a lot with people. I was in at Coinbase Asset Management's headquarters yesterday or the day before, but today we had somebody from Coinbase on telling you their perspectives. Most people just don't get to know these people. Yeah, I think this next cycle is an everything, everywhere, all at once cycle. So much money went into VC, so many people are building stuff. And this is the digitalization of real world assets. That's the finance industry. We're seeing the announcements almost every day. We're seeing new on-ramps and off-ramps via the ETFs. They're coming. We're seeing, we will see, regulatory changes across the world. That's happening. We're going to see brands and culture. We had conversations on that, more about art and new use cases for NFTs. That's coming. New use cases for DeFi, new ways we're going to do that. That's coming. New layer 2s, layer 1s, changes to things like the Solana ecosystem. That's all coming. So I think we're going to see a kind of full-on crypto cycle when it really gets going. And your head will be spinning a bit with all of the stuff that's happening, because so much has been built over the bear market that things are just coming to market.
Yeah. And Hilton saying, loving the new platform.
That's the best thing about that is, you talked about the community. I am obsessed by that map. So I go to the full RV network page and I just spin like, who the hell is in these countries? And you can see all the members around the world. It's, how come we've got so many members in Kenya? Who'd have thought we'd had that many members in South Africa, Middle East, all of these places. It's just, obviously you expect a bunch in Europe and all over the US, but here's the map. But some of these are just, it's amazing who's in this all around the world. I never get bored of this. Look, there's Africa. I love it.
Yeah.
And that's just the zoomed out version. When you zoom in, there's like another 50 of those. It's like crazy.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.